Last night I posted a video about how I am ready to be somebody's wife again. I'm supposed to be somebody's wife, and I'm excited to just be in love. That video has 30,000 views, and I appreciate it, y'all. But just looking and filtering through those comments, y'all confirmed and just validate my feelings about the whole girl's girl thing. I will never be a girl's girl. And my video from last night has proven my thoughts about this. Women are horrible and projectors. If I say I can't wait to be in love with my man and do things in my life, why would you get under my video and say your husband ain't gonna do nothing but cheat on you? You gonna be left as a single mother. You a young pick Misha. Like, baby, are you new here? You have to be. But all I can do is just chuckle and shake my head because, like, women can be horrible, horrible people. And it's nothing but projection. Like, I've already been a wife. I'm 40. If I desire to be a wife again and again and again, guess what? That's my business. It's mine. If you never want to be married, if you want to be single and have a whole bunch of cats and do whatever you want to do with your life and knit and do all of that every day, that's your life. That won't be me. And this is why I won't be a girl's girl, because y'all love to project that negative energy and all that bullshit. And I don't operate in that type of space. So that's how I know a lot of y'all gotta be new here. Because we operate in positivity. We uplift each other over here. Y'all get on my nerves. But to each his own. I digress. Yeah. But I said what I said.
I think to be fair, what we see a lot of times that with that women are given a default position of being righteous, and that as long as you're doing it for the sisterhood, that or the womanhood, then it's all fine. But the truth is, yeah, we're we're all human, right? And that's that we take the good and the bad with that, and there's a lot of bad with being human. So when the whole adage that single women keep women single, yeah, misery loves company. I think what sometimes we suffer from online, we have this negative bias. The people that agree with you, that wish you well wishes, they probably don't even comment. They see posts like this, they nod, they smile, they go about their business. But it's the ones that feel bad about their own lives that are ready to contribute to that, and they just add to that pool of negativity. I've got one of my best friends on here, right? I'm grateful that he comments on the page, but outside of my page, he doesn't really comment on other people's page. And that's him just showing support. That's him showing support. Most people that are happily married with their significant other, they're not on here. So before we continue, hit that like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're continuing the Sicky series. Um, the show must go on. I think I'm on the mend if I do things right. I.e., probably should be in bed right now. I've got work later today, but I need to keep the log going. I need to keep the streak going. So let's tear this one up. Let's get into this one a little bit further.
To the video about how I am ready to be somebody's wife again. And I know that I'm supposed to be somebody's wife, and I'm excited to just be in love. That video has 30,000 views, and I appreciate it, y'all. But just looking and filtering through those comments, y'all confirmed and just validate my feelings about the whole girl's girl thing. I will never be a girl's girl. And my video from last night has proven my thoughts about this.
I think if you're like a girl's girl, then you would just support girls, right? But it's the same thing we see in that group think that if you don't agree with what the group thinks, even though the group is saying something as if a woman should have the ability to choose whatever she wants to do, just as long as she's happy, just as long as she feels fulfilled. But if you don't agree with what the group is going, wants you to be fulfilled about, then we've got names for you. Then you're a pick me shit. Then you're you know, then you're on the outs. If we were really just about like, listen, what you want is what you want, and however you go about getting that, that's on you. That's great. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. But the truth is, we kind of want each other to fail. Or because we have such failures in our own relationships, when we see someone getting it right, maybe it looks to us as if it's a spotlight on that we can't get it right ourselves. Maybe it's a spotlight on us saying that the work that I said I've been doing, or the people I've been pointing to that are the enemy, that it's men's fault, that men are the enemy, men are terrible, men are the worst. Yet, someone I know or someone I'm looking at wants to be with them and has successfully built a life with them, it hurts. It's really coming from pain, it's coming from fear, it's coming from loss. When we operate like that, when we secretly have a different desire, I think this is why we see so much negativity online when people are saying things that they want, especially when it comes from someone else. When men say they want to be married, they want a wife, they want to be happy, sometimes you get the very same things, right? It's not common for men to sort of engage in that sort of behavior, but the internet's a very wide place with, a multitude of millions and billions of people on it. So you're going to see the worst of the comments, right? Because it's really just the closest thing we have to democratic speech. So you're going to get people that agree with you that are usually silent, that are usually go about their business. And then you have people that disagree with you and think this is a nice time for them to exemplify their own story, to tell you why it won't work, to be that voice under the guise of I'm trying to save you. Oh, he's just going to cheat on you. He's just going to do this. That reality may be completely removed from this woman. She may come from a very different background and say that has not happened to me. And even if it has, that is not my story. That is not going to be the thing that I use to keep me back from actual engaging in relationships. Because again, the truth is, I think most of us want to be with someone. We want to be happy with someone. But when we consistently operate from a place of fear, we think that everything is going to go bad. We catastrophize everything. It's easy for us not to try. I've had examples in my life where it's just simply in terms of business. When I wanted to get in real estate and I would talk to some people around me, black people around me, and I would say, yeah, I'm looking and thinking about doing this. The very first reaction from them is, no, don't do it. It won't work. Right? This is the bad thing that's going to happen. One thing after another, after another, after another. And I'm like, oh, great, this is great. You've been in real estate. You know about it. No, no, they have no experience in it. They're simply saying that because when you operate from that deficit, from that thing where you expect things to go wrong, everything looks wrong. Everything looks bad. So in the guise of sisterhood, of being a girl's girl, I'm going to want to get you back into this group think. But every woman, every person that goes against a group and says, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I want this and I think I deserve this, and my history has said this, or I've healed enough to say I think this is what I should be doing, this is important enough for me to try again, rather than have my guard up. Yet when no one is good enough to somehow navigate the hedge, the labyrinth that I've got set up around me, it just confirms that no one is good enough. You can't have it both ways. And I think this is an example of us wanting to have it both ways. Relationships are vulnerable, they're risky. What you get out of that is supposed to be, work, it takes work, but blissful. You cannot get that without trying. And trying means you're going to have to expose yourself to vulnerability. You have to take the risk if you want that reward. If you don't, and that's fine, that's a very fine, acceptable track to take, then understand, close that door fully. Otherwise, sitting here and thinking or telling people not to do it because you're too afraid to, you're just doing yourself a disservice. You're trying to pull that someone else. You may not realize it. And I don't think a lot of people do. They think they're doing the right thing by warning you, by telling you, don't do this because it's dangerous, because it's risky, because you're going to get hurt. You have this 100% mentality that this will happen to you. This will be the bad thing that happens to you. You have no basis or real standing outside of your own experiences, outside of experiences of others that you consumed that fell into the same trap you did. You got cheated on, you got hurt. I understand, and I'm sorry for you. That hurts. But that doesn't mean the next man will do the same thing. You think it does because you're seeing everyone from the same lens. while you hold on to that notion, that idea, now this becomes genderless. Why you hold on to those notions and ideas that the next person is just like the other people you've met. She's gonna do you dirty just like the last woman did to you. She's gonna put you through the ringer just like the last woman did to you. So you hold on to that shield while trying to reach out to love someone, but you have a shield in the hand, you got a sword in one hand. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. If you got something to add, let me know in the comments. Right now, hopefully you see other videos that you can go ahead and check out. Let me know what you think in those. I'll see you guys on the next one.